call for order with the invocation led by Councilman Shaw. Pledge of Allegiance. I will do it. Okay, lead the Pledge of Allegiance. Shall we stand? Yes.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to come together tonight and work on issues that are so important to our city. And Lord, we just ask that you're intervening into that. Give us wisdom as we work through it. And Lord, we just lift up all that's going on within our country. And Lord, we just pray for your mercy on that can soon be a solution can soon be found. And we give you honor and praise for it already. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Let's face the flag. Salute. Ready, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Goldman, roll call, please.
Ms. Moore. Here. Mr. Shaw.
Here.
Mr. Green.
Present.
Mayor, do you have a quorum? We'll note that Mr. Prater and Mr. Locke is absent.
We have a quorum. Thank you, Ms. Goldman. Public comments as they relate to items on the agenda we did not have. We had posted on our Facebook page the number to fax in a public comment or call and leave a message. And we didn't get into public comments. Of course, there's only one item on the agenda today. And are there any announcements? I'd like to make a real quick announcement. We did clear the first round of the watershed funding for the Bastrop projects and the Morehouse Parish Police Bureau, which has Stalking Head Creek, which we know is a pup ditch on our side of town. So that's looking good, and we hope to go further with that. Thank you. Item 5, Resolution 20-1888, a resolution recognizing and adopting by reference Governor John Bel Edwards' proclamation regarding the COVID-19 and authorizing the city of Bastrop through its mayor to establish compliance thereto, and in addition to the mayor to establish compliance thereto, and in addition to the same, authorize the mayor to prudently take necessary action during the period of the emergency so declared. Mr. Pierre, is your audio on?
Yes, my audio is on.
Okay. Mr. Pierre, can you just give us a short explanation of the need for this meeting and this resolution?
Absolutely. I'm certain that everyone is aware that recently our country, as well as the world, has been experiencing a new strand of the coronavirus, now affectionately, well, not affectionately, but commonly referred to as COVID-19. Subsequent to this particular virus being introduced into our lives, the federal government, as well as the respective state governments, and now the local municipalities and political subdivisions, has taken heed to what has been going on. The Governor John Bel Edwards, in a series of proclamations, quote, executive orders, has established or issued a state of emergency for the state of Louisiana based upon the COVID-19 virus. As a result, there have been respective political subdivisions, most specifically our Morehouse Parish Governing Authority, which is the Morehouse Parish Police Jury, on March the 19th, did issue a state of emergency in conjunction and recognizing Governor Edwards' state of emergency, and we're just following suit with respect to the same. Additionally, inside of that resolution that you all have is you all granting the mayor the authority to take whatever necessary action it is to make sure that we're in compliance with that emergency order, and that's the sum and substance of this resolution.
Any questions or discussion by any council person? There are certain things we can't do. We have policies we can't enact. Sick. Yeah. Well, there's I'll give you one example. House Resolution 6201, Families First Coronavirus Response Act Emergency Paid Sick Leave. This authorized by the Congress of the United States and then signed by the President to pay people up to 2/3 of their regular pay, up to $200 a day to care for family, and all of this. And what happens is that if we have a person who's sick right now, or showing symptoms of, Ms. Moore, you know what the symptoms are, you're a nurse, then they would have to exhaust all of their sick leave time first.
That's right.
That's the first thing they got to do is, if they got 2 weeks of sick leave or 3 days of sick leave, they'd have to exhaust that. Well, there's going to be refunds and money given to municipalities because since they've exhausted all their sick leave, what we pay them beyond that, we are not authorized to do that except under emergency powers. Mr. Green, you got that? So these emergency powers gives us it lays the groundwork for us to get refunds from the federal government or state government or whatever funds come down. If you don't do emergency declarations, then you generally will probably get denied. Is that correct, Ms. Goldman? Okay, so we have to enact, if we want to recoup money. There are municipalities, there are counties that lost money because they did not do, say, flood of 2016. They spent a bunch of money, a bunch of county money, a bunch of city money, and couldn't get their money back because they had no emergency declaration to authorize them to do things that wasn't normal. So, in the normal, there are rules that policies, procedures, and the council will be involved in every type of thing that we do. It's not. So this act, and there's another act coming down that we expect the federal government to probably spend to print $1 trillion worth of money. That's 1,000 billion, and a billion is 1,000 million. And we want to put ourselves in a position to be able to access these funds, and for our citizens to protect our citizens, to be able to recoup what monies we spend as a city, and we want to keep our employees safe and keep our community safe. Are there any other questions, Mr. Green, right now? Specific? Okay. Robert?
Well, I just make one comment. If we do have, and I hope we don't have, bare minimum, you can eat up all that time of 2 weeks, like just being quarantined on the first round. So it's so important, I think, to have something there. If we have to pay some expenses coming to the city, we need to take advantage of it.
Right. And we have no provision to allow people to work from home. There's a lot of things we can't do right now. They have to clock in, put their face in the clock out in the hall, clock in and clock out. We have the flexibility to provide them with Chromebooks or laptops or whatever, and Mr. Floyd has arranged, we have an account with Log Me In, which we're on my personal right now, but Mr. Floyd has made the arrangement so the city would have its own. We have our own go-to-meeting, go-to-webinar, and we can engage up to 3,000 people when we do our meetings. Right now, we have quite a few people tuned in tonight, and they can bring up their phone and see our, see us. Next time it'll be video. Well, they can see our faces, and they'll be able to enter into the chat box their comments during the comment period. Okay, I think that may be Mr. Pierre's phone. Okay, so.
This is still.
Okay. Who is that now? Oh, mute your phone, please. Thank you. The attendees were supposed to be all muted or somehow. But what we did was when we announced this meeting, we published it, we did 2 meetings, so people with this link tonight can use that for our regular scheduled meeting on the 10th, I believe, of April. Is that the second Thursday? So Mr. Floyd will have all the kinks worked out, and we'll have all of our Chromebooks working, so we can just look into the
Mayor, I'm
screen.
not certain if you've carried your motion yet.
Sorry? Okay, I haven't had the motion yet.
Carried your motion yet.
I haven't had the motion yet.
I so move that we adopt this resolution.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilman Shaw. Mr. Green, was that you? Okay, second by Councilman Green, that we adopt this resolution. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. Yes. April 9th. Okay, so our regular meeting is April 9th. So the public can expect to have notice in the Bastrop Daily Enterprise, our legal journal, and also we will post it on our Facebook page, and we ask people to share it. We will be able to accommodate, say, up to 1,000 people in this next, well, 1,000 people could join us now. So this room will hold 1,000. The go-to-meeting rooms only held 26 or 50 or 150. So that's why we're using GoToWebinar. I do want to thank Councilman for coming, but general public, we are abiding by the rule of Jeff Landry, the Attorney General, on the open meeting guidelines during this crisis. Thank you all. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Okay, Ms. Council Lady Moore has made the motion to adjourn. It's been seconded by Councilman Green. Any discussion? All in favor? The ayes have it. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you all. Thank you so much for rearranging your.
Don't forget to engage in social distancing now.
They are.